access to space. So right now, each of the New Shepard vehicles can fly up to 25 times with minimal refurbishment in between those flights, and soon we hope that that number is closer to 100.
It always amazes me, the robustness of the New Shepard system. We're currently awaiting closure of that hatch on the RSS first step.
All right, and there is our founder. It's official. Their hatch is closed. So let's toss it over to Capcom.
Control. As you can see, the hatch is closed. We're now going to check to make sure it's sealed up nice and tight.
I bet you some of the watches are probably more than you are right now. All the way out, operator. All the way out. Verify the go. Stall finger tight. Pull slightly to seat O-ring. Push in plunger. Rotate clockwise. 3 or 4 turns. Push in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open manual tank isolation valve. Opening. Open. Ready for leak check.
Welcome back. We're just under T-minus 20 minutes until launch. Laura, the hatch is closed. Tower crew is running their final closeouts before they get off the tower. In addition to the 6 flying on board today, our amazing original 6, the spirit of another legendary explorer is going up as well in today's rocket.
That's right. So a one-of-a-kind pendant paying tribute to Star Trek's Leonard Nimoy will be on board. So this represents a message that he strongly believed in for each of us to live a long and healthy life with a vision of peace, tolerance, and unity. So a special thank you to his daughter, Julie Nimoy, for the pendant and for sharing his inspiring words.
Such a special Star Trek story here.
Right, we had Captain Kirk, and now we have Mr. Spock. I just love it.
That's right, and I actually also love Leonard Nimoy and maybe a lesser-known science fiction show, Fringe, Dr. William Bell, so any Fringe fans out there, we love Leonard Nimoy.
All right, let's take a quick breather, and when we come back, we are going to have a very special message for our crew from Capcom, Sarah Knights.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us for third human flight, our original our six astronauts are on board. The hatch is closed, and we're just awaiting that special message from our Capcom, Sarah Knights, our capsule communicator. So stand by.
All right, so we entered a brief hold here. We have the tower crew and crew member 7 that are just closing out the last of their procedures. So tower crew, they've done a number of important things here in the last moment up on the vehicle itself. So they've installed the last of the thermal control system. They've pulled some of the RBFs, or removed before flight, from the ECLA system that we talked about. The hatch is closed, sealed. They're taking out the final pins for the escape system, and it will be pretty soon that they are done up there on the tower and will be heading to their fallback location.
First up, Blue Control. As you heard, your crew member 7 and tower will be departing shortly. You'll see them cleaning up and eventually descending the stairs. While we're waiting, I have a note from you from our previous New Shepard crew. I'll begin with a message from William Shatner. Dear fellow half-astronauts, you're in great hands today, and only wonderful things will happen. You've survived the biggest test of all, 11 flights of stairs up the gantry at 4,000 feet altitude. I don't know about you, but I was exhausted for the rest of the trip. Good luck, but you don't need it. Fondly, Bill Shatner. This is from Chris Bosshausen. Dear New Shepard 19 crew, congratulations on joining the small but growing community of humans who have journeyed beyond the Kármán line, who've seen the deep of space and the brilliance of Earth from that unique vantage point. The flight will be over before you know it, but the impact will be with you for the rest of your life. Don't forget to take a moment and really look and bring back one favorite thing to share with the rest of us, waiting breathlessly for you and your safe return. Safe travels, my friends. Astronaut Crispy. This is from Leah, Glenn DeVries' partner. Dear astronauts, you have all dreamed of sitting in this seat, and it marks only the beginning of a profound new chapter. This journey's impact stretches far beyond the timeline of this mission. When Glenn fulfilled his lifelong dream of traveling to space, he came back with a new appreciation for our planet. I hope when you arrive home, you too will take this experience and curiosity to help solve the problems here on Earth. Quote, through new innovation, new technology, and a new outlook on the unity of the planet, together we can build a future. Glenn. We love you to space and back. Safe travels, team. Leah. And finally, from Audrey Powers. In spite of my best efforts, I was unable to get any of you to trade places today. So, I'll be in the next best place, watching you with great excitement from just down the road with Blue Origin team who makes these flights possible. I wish everyone could experience what you're about to, and I'll simply say, in honor of my good friend Glenn DeVries, who lived every moment to the fullest, stay in this moment. Hold on to it after you land for as long as you can, and then share it. Share it far and wide. I wish you Godspeed, New Shepard 19, and it's my great honor to welcome you to the Blue Origin family. Astronaut Audrey Powers. I want to thank the snake bites and the anti-venom for their messages today. And for now, sit back and relax, Original 6, and I'll keep you updated as we move forward.
What special and amazing messages. And actually, Chris and Leah, and of course, Audrey Powers, are all here with us in West Texas. So I think that makes this mission 10 times more special.
Yeah, absolutely. Just so amazing to hear those words. And it's becoming a sort of tradition here at Blue, and really nice to see that community of Blue Origin astronauts starting to take shape and growing launch by launch.
Yeah, the camaraderie across crews is really, it's been amazing. We're going to be out of this hold here very shortly, so with that, let's stand by. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, our crew of 6 are on board New Shepard. The hatch is closed and we've cleared that hold. I've also just heard from Mission Control that New Shepard is officially escape enabled. If you're following along on the bottom of your screen, Laura, what is the significance of this moment?
Yeah, this is a very important moment in Mission Control, and as a former capsule controller, certainly one of my favorite moments of the whole mission. So they have just done a go poll. The flight director would have polled all of the relevant positions that need to be ready for escape enabled. We've gone through the bits. Essentially, the capsule at this point is ready to fly. And we mentioned before, we have this capability, the escape capability, essentially from now until separation. So the whole time, if anything were to happen to the booster, the capsule can safely make its way into the landing zone.
Very exciting. So many go polls. Again, that was the go poll for escape enabled. We're just currently awaiting that go, no go polling for launch. With that, let's toss it to the rocket while we stand by for mission control. Thanks for joining, everyone. We're just waiting for that go, no go poll, so let's listen in.
Copy. Break. We are no go on the dashboard. Stand by for status.
Thanks for joining us for our third human flight. As a reminder, in case anyone forgot, we have a crew of 6 on board. Laura Shepard-Churchley, Dylan Taylor,
Capsule.
Evan Dick.
Go. Booster. Go. Ground. Go. Safety. Capcom. Engineering. Go. This is the flight director. New Shepard is go for launch. Booster, commence the terminal count. Look flight.
As you have just heard, we are go for launch for our third human flight. We are so excited for this crew. Let's just take a quick moment and take in the sights and sounds from Launch Site 1 down here in West Texas. We are just about T-minus 8 minutes and 30 seconds until liftoff. Okay, we are just under T-minus 8 minutes until our third human flight. We have Laura Shepard-Churchley, Michael Strahan, Dylan Taylor, Evan Dick, and the first ever parent-child duo to fly to space together, Lane and Cameron Best. They are on the capsule. They're harnessed in. The hatch is closed. I'm so excited for this crew. Laura, can you give us a little insight into today's flight profile?
Yes, absolutely. We're getting very close to this. I'm going to start us at T-minus 2.5 minutes. So that's when we enter into auto sequence, and the flight controllers at that point are essentially hands off. So we'll have the engine ignition at T0, followed by a throttle up, and then the liftoff actually occurs at T+7 seconds. So then just 1 minute after that liftoff, we will hit max Q, so that's the maximum dynamic pressure, and the stresses, the aerodynamic stresses are the highest on the vehicle at that point. Then a bit after 2 minutes, we'll have main engine cutoff, or MECO, and at that point, everybody is in zero gravity, essentially, free floating, and very soon after that, the separation of the capsule from the booster. So those vehicles will head up toward their apogee, and we'll follow the booster down because it is going to re-enter more quickly. So as we re-enter, we'll get the forward wedge fins that deploy. The aft fins are steering the vehicle back down to the landing pad, which is only about 2 miles away from the launch pad. Then we have our drag brakes deploy. The engine will restart. We'll hover over the landing pad, and then we will have booster touchdown. So back to the capsule, which is re-entering slower due to its blunt shape. The rocket itself is much more aerodynamic. So the capsule, after the booster has landed, the first thing visually that we are going to see on the video is those drogues deploying. So the drogues come out, they slow down the capsule just enough so that the mains can deploy. They'll deploy in a reefed configuration, and just a few seconds later, they will disreef and open up to their full surface area. At that point, the landing systems are going to engage, so we'll be measuring the height off from the ground. And just as we are above the ground, we will fire our terminal decelerator system. You'll see a poof of dust from those retro thrusters, and we will have capsule touchdown.
Yep, and those retro thrusters do kick up some dust, but they allow for a very soft landing for our crew. All right, we're just under T-minus 5 minutes until liftoff of third human flight. Things are getting real for our 6 astronauts on top of that live rocket. Laura, what's happening in mission control? We're under 5 minutes away.
Yeah, so just a moment ago, as we heard, the flight director will have conducted that final go poll, the go for terminal count and launch. And I can tell you, I can feel the energy all the way from over here. It's just in mission control at this time, really you could hear a pin drop. Just the team is amazing. They've trained for this, and here they are in the moment. So the capsule controller will have already completed the preparations, essentially ready to fly as they sit there right now in ready to escape mode. The booster controller is still fairly busy though. So some of the things that booster is doing, switching to internal power, doing a final alignment of the navigation systems, arming the engine igniters. Then we have our ground controller who's monitoring the winds and weather, the propellant systems, the ground side of the propellant systems, the rest of the ground support equipment. We have INCO monitoring the RF systems, and this is all while all of the folks that we have in our engineering back room are monitoring all the important vehicle status, things like propellant conditioning. So in just a moment, we will watch the rocket go through its bit checks when we hit auto sequence. So those are the built-in tests, and some of the things that are happening there are invisible to our eyes, but some of them we'll actually get to see the actuated components moving around.
So much going on with just minutes left to lift off. We're actually under 4 minutes, just about T-minus 3 minutes until launch. We understand from capsule communicator all 6 astronauts are ready to go. Let's watch and listen as New Shepard is about to go through those final checks that Laura just mentioned and rev up for 3rd human flight.
Okay, we are in our auto sequence. As you can see here, the bridge is retracting to its flight configuration. At this time, we're also going to be pressurizing the tanks.
And of course, our crew is seeing, hearing, and feeling all of this on board the capsule.
Yes, absolutely.
There's Michael Strahan on the left, looking great.
I think a smile.
I see a smile, yeah.
So we should have our bit checks that'll be coming up next. All right, there we go with the aft fins. So those aft fins down here at the base of the rocket, they help to direct the vehicle on ascent and descent, so commanding a profile there and making sure that it's tracking. Lucky. We can also see the engine nozzle here gimbaling. The engine will help to maneuver the rocket as well, especially right there before landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are 30 seconds. It is time to launch this rocket. Godspeed, New Shepard. Godspeed, the original 6. Thank you so much for joining us.
16 seconds, guidance internal. 2 minutes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, command engine start, 2, 1,
Mission Control has confirmed New Shepard has cleared the tower and is on its way to space. We can hear it here from the desk. If you're following along with us, you can see on the lower left side of your screen that we're gaining speed as New Shepard lifts off towards space with a full capsule of 6 humans for the very first time. Noticing that altitude bar also on the bottom of screen, we are climbing fast. We've punched through max Q. That is the point where the aerodynamic stress on the New Shepard booster is at its maximum. Our original 6 are getting the ride of their lives right now. Look at that beautiful BE-3 engine in action. Coming up next here in under a minute is going to be main engine cutoff, where we cut off that BE-3, and you'll be able to visually see that on the screen here shortly. And there we see it, main engine cutoff of the BE-3.
We see the CCRCS thrusters firing, and we have confirmed separation. All right, so capsule booster separated. Capcom Serenites will momentarily cue the astronauts to unbuckle their harnesses and start floating around the capsule.
They are in 0G, they've practiced for this, and now it's really happening.
Guy. Oh, check this out. Oh my God. Oh my God. I got a ball here. Oh. Never seen anything like this. I got my shot. Mission 19. All right. Make sure you know where your seat is. Mission 19. The original set. The original set. You got your seat.
1 minute warning. 1 minute warning.
Well, huge congratulations to all 6 crew. They have crossed that Kármán line and they became official astronauts. Outstanding. As you can see, we have 2 distinct vehicles in the screen now. Both the crew capsule and the booster are descending. It was so amazing to hear from such an excited crew.
I just love hearing their real reactions, real time. It is just awesome.
That energy walking up the tower definitely translated into space. As you can see, the forward fins on the New Shepard booster have deployed. That booster is on its way back to Earth first.
So those fins, when they deploy, they help to shift that center of pressure so that we have just the right aerodynamic characteristics that we want for that rocket to come in a very stable way.
engine restart on that VE3 confirmed. Altitude dropping fast. Sonic boom here in the studio.
Hear that? Feel that for sure.
That beautiful booster hover. And booster touchdown. Welcome back, New Shepard. Thank you so much again for joining us for our third human flight. We just landed the booster. The show is not over. Here we see our crew capsule on final descent back to the West Texas desert. Let's wait for that now. Look at that booster on the pad, all in a day's work for the workhorse of this operation.
All right, and there go the drogue parachutes. That's a beautiful sight, slowing down the capsule. And there we go, the drogues lifting out the main parachutes. Looks like we have 3 beautiful parachutes there in their reef configuration. And the release, the disreef, there we go. 3 beautiful main parachutes.
And on your screen, you're seeing that velocity and altitude dropping.
So while these parachutes are obviously essential in providing a gentle touchdown for the crew capsule, New Shepard also has an innovative retro thrust system. So that's on the bottom of the capsule, and that will make touchdown even smoother for the astronauts flying today.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Where's my phone? I'm going to take a picture. We did it. We did it.
Yay! 1,000 feet and we're on the ground. Oh, my gosh. What a blast.
I see our shadow, actually. I can see the chute, the shadow.
We can hear audio from a very excited crew on their way back to Earth.
Right,
what a beautiful day in West Texas.
What a great view through those big windows there.
Stand by touchdown. Stand by touchdown.
So keep in mind here, there we go. Retro thrust and touchdown. All right, that is
Cheering
beautiful
all
sight.
around from the crew. I think it is safe to say that the word touchdown has a new meaning for Michael Strahan today.
Jackie, you are right.
There we have it, looking like a completely successful third human flight. That audio from the crew, so exciting. We also, if you couldn't hear it from the audio, we just double confirmed with mission control that all 6 astronauts have landed back safely and are doing great. So at this point, our team is going to prepare those landing safety operations to recover our astronauts from the crew capsule. We'll be on the ground at the landing site to follow the action in just a bit, and hopefully even hear from some of the world's newest astronauts.
So now here after touchdown, the capsule will be going through auto-safing. So the vehicle is going through some of its own procedures to vent some of the pneumatic system and turn off some of the power systems and This is all while coordinating back with Mission Control, who will be running their own procedures to continue that safing procedure while we have our crew capsule recovery team driving out. Look at that. Lots of thumbs up, some waving. We have a happy crew in that capsule.
And look at that beautiful shot on your screen. You can see the booster, a field in the background. Now, Laura, I have to ask you what I think is a very difficult question. What was it like for you for the first time to see the launch from here instead of your normal position?
Yes, it's definitely a very different experience to be watching it from here. I have a little bit of FOMO with the crew who's driving out there. You can even see their dust as that lead car is quickly getting out to the recovery site. But oh my gosh, Jackie, thank you for having me here. This is very cool.
Mission Control has just cleared that recovery crew for approach to the crew capsule. We'll see them here shortly. Love that camera view. I think it's safe to say we feel like we're in there with them. Laura, that was
yeah,
for
there
you.
we go. Thank you.
That was specifically for you.
We're getting a beautiful 360 view here. The views from West Texas are gorgeous. There's mountains in every single direction that you're looking. We can even on the north, if they keep panning around, we'll see the tallest mountain in Texas, Guadalupe Peak.
So many waves. I think we just saw one from all six, so that's
There
very
we go.
exciting on that 360. And there they are in view, the capsule recovery team racing out to meet our crew, the original six who just became official astronauts. So Laura, this is your team out there. Can you talk a little bit about what they're about to do to safe the capsule to prepare to take the crew off?
Yeah, absolutely. So there are a few things that'll happen pretty quickly. There you see crew member 7 is going to run up and get a thumbs up. Looks like he's getting a thumbs up from all of them one by one, which I think we knew. We have a pretty happy crew there.
Yes.
Then we have our CC recovery team that's going to be responsible for doing some safing on the vehicle. So they will ground it to make sure there's not built up static charge. They're going to make sure the parachute risers are out of the way. They'll put the pins in for the escape system, and we should be seeing them approaching now that we have that thumbs up just right now.
And of course, once Mission Control and the recovery team decide that everything is good with the crew capsule, we'll see their family and friends meet them out at the capsule as well, which is always a really special moment when the crew is walking out of the capsule and getting to see their family and friends for the first time.
Right, we've heard from everybody, just even in this moment right now when they're sitting in the capsule and they've just been to space and now they've just touched back down on Earth, like a very reflective moment for them on what a big experience this is.
There you see our founder, Jeff Bezos, out there waiting to greet the newest astronauts. And you see the blue stairs are up, just waiting to open that hatch.
So right now, Mission Control will be going through their procedures, the capsule controller doing some power down of various systems, all while communicating here with our CC Recovery Task Leader, who's in charge of the vehicle out here in the field.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us for a successful third human flight. We are minutes away here from that hatch opening, and we'll be greeting our crew for the first time back on Earth. There you see that New Shepard booster right in the background there, standing tall. Did a great job today.
I love that view when we get both vehicles out in the field like that.
Perfect.
Welcome back, guys.
And Michael Strahan is out of the capsule. Big hug for our founder, Jeff Bezos, followed by Laura Shepard Churchley, Dylan Taylor, Lane Bess, Cameron Bess, and last but certainly not least, Evan Dick. Welcome back, the original six.
How did you do? Oh, we're fine. There.
Yeah, grown, but twin
It's weird because you can't tell what I mean, you can't.
What do your birds look like?
Hey, Evan, we're
It was dark. Could you see the?
round.
Okay, Kyrie Irving.
Is it round?
You know,
Flat Earther.
when you're going up and you're going, okay, it's getting dark, and you realize you're going to be in the darkness. You're not going to be in the light. And you're going to be looking at the light in the darkness.
Yeah.
It's like the. It's unreal.
I get it.
You gotta go.
You said, like, when you said you wouldn't go, and I was like, I'm not going till I'm
You
90.
see
I
it?
want to go.
Yeah, you see it.
I'm like,
I'm telling you.
I get it.
And I told them in the past, I said, you guys have experienced it this way. You got to come back and experience the launch and watch the rocket land, just to get that perspective from it, because that's what
Yeah.
really true.
Was it what you expected? Yeah.
I visualize. I don't watch the videos. I don't watch the videos.
Isn't it videos?
I want to go back. I want to be any longer. You want to be? Yeah.
Same thing. I had the same
That's what
feeling.
every astronaut says.
I want to go
I
back.
want to go back.
Space station next.
These guys are like, you know, it's great and all. It's great. More people are going to be drawn to it. I said, no, it's going to be hard for you guys to get another ticket. That's the catch.
You got to pay for the next one.
Yeah, I'm in.
Love seeing this crew embracing family and friends, and we're getting some awesome snippets of their experience.
I tell you,
That's a good idea.
that was beyond. Okay, this is the thing. The G's, it's a face, not a facelift. It's a face drop. All right, you're really? I know what I'm gonna look like at 85.
Hi to the viewers at home. Welcome home. Thank you. Welcome home. Thank you. And you were always there for me. My girl.
I love that. And Laura yells, "I like this candle."
I practiced it every time we went into it.
Just like
Oh man.
So happy. So you got something to talk about on the golf course now, don't you? Yeah. How good is that?
Oh my goodness.
I know. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with both of you guys.
Well, they were my boys.
Yeah.
You know, when I had to take that test.
Yeah.
So I'd look at one and I'd go 1, 2, or 3. And I don't know. I don't think 1, and I don't think 3. Oh, okay.
Okay, you're not. How about I get some of these too?
Yeah, right. But this was just wonderful. I was trained so well. I knew exactly what was coming.
What did you see when you looked out the window?
Black.
Yes.
The black. I wasn't
So
expecting it,
much.
but I just thought, yeah.
It's so surprising how intense it is.
Yeah.
Here she- see?
Great.
I know.
He was believe me, he was nervous.
I
This
know.
man loves you. He was nervous. I saw it.
Well, he was a strong bear the whole time we were there. So I never had any doubt.
No.
I'm happy for her. What a cool deal, huh? After her dad, how cool
Yeah.
is that?
Well, there's nothing like it to follow your dad.
Yeah, and I thought
Who
about
else could do that? Who else's dad was the first American in space?
I know.
Thank you for
I thought about Daddy coming down and thought, gosh, he didn't even get to enjoy any of what I'm getting to enjoy. He was working.
It was all business.
Right.
Right.
He had to do it himself. I went
By
on
the way,
for the ride.
You seen how small his capsule was?
Oh, yeah.
It was like
I know.
in that
It's
thing.
like this.
I hardly fit in.
He wasn't doing somersaults. He didn't have your windows.
The only way he
It's
knew
a
his weight was his straps were flying.
Right.
Because he was strapped in.
He was part of that machine.
Exactly.
He was kind of wearing a suit, is what he was doing.
Yeah. And we had with the dad, it was fine.
Thanks for giving
Forget it, Disney. Blue Origin's the best. Blue Origin's the best.
So happy.
Yeah, that was a
Okay, so we have astronauts in the lineup for your presentation of your New Shepard astronaut wings.
Yeah!
Right here.
I got one of them. All right.
Theodore, so Laura.
Dylan. I love the flag.
Oh, Fred!
Lane, Evan.
I wore your flag.
Cameron, perfect. Okay.
Aw.
All right.
Michael Strahan? Michael. Great. You.
Yes.
Trying to adjust to it, huh?
Welcome home, astronaut.
Very few people have been where you just went.
Oh man, hopefully many more will go.
Love you, man.
Thank you for that. Fantastic. Right here, Laura Shepherd Church.
Laura.
Oh, wait, let me fix this.
Let me just assure you, you are the prettiest member of this. It's not even close.
No comparison.
And her hair looked great in space.
I bet it did.
It snaps back right into place.
Oh yeah. Did anybody take a picture? Thank you of my hair.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it's on camera.
Dylan Taylor.
Dylan. Congratulations.
So great.
Yeah. I'm so happy for you. Oh my God. What a gift. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That was a great experience.
What a journey.
I'm going to do it again.
Get me in line. Get me in line. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Cameron.
Oh, man. Yes, thank you so much.
So happy for you.
He's having a harder time now than when he was up in the rocket.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Evan.
You made my dream come true. Thank you so much.
I hope he does.
Oh, boy. Hey, the original six, put hands up. Original six. Yeah!
Original 6 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I know, that wasn't very well coordinated.
The original six back and seemingly better than ever.
Oh my gosh.
Such poignant words from our crew.
Yeah, I heard a few. I want to go again, or that was dream come true. That is just so amazing to hear that straight from them after this. What a day. What
That's
a day.
the most special thing that we can hear at Blue Origin.
Oh, yeah, Kevin in, yeah.
Okay, eyes on me here, on this camera. Okay, celebration!
Yeah!
Congrats, guys.
What a rush. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Astronauts, stay behind, please. Perfect.
Astronauts, I'm gonna put the pins, the backs on your pins real quick so they don't fall out.
Give me a couple.
That is incredible. I'm so happy for you guys.
Well, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us today for Blue Origin's third human flight. A very extra special thank you to our customers on board, Evan, Lane, Dylan, and Cameron. If you're interested in reserving your seat on a future rocket ride to space and back, it starts by visiting blueorigin.com and clicking Fly to Space. Laura, I said it before, but I can't thank you enough for sharing the desk and adding your invaluable perspective. I'm sure you wanted to be out there, but we all appreciate you being in here for this mission. Thank you.
I'm honored to be here. Yes, thank you so much. Very fun to be here today.
The road to space is being built. You saw it here today. If you're interested in joining our extraordinary, very fast-growing team, please visit our website on the careers page.
And if you'd like to commemorate the day, Alan Shepard's daughter followed in his footsteps, iconic footsteps to space. We have mission patches, and as an homage to his legacy, Glenn DeVries' initials are on the patch.
So special. My name is Jackie Cortez. For Laura Stiles and everybody here at Blue Origin, thank you so much for joining us. Until our next launch, Gradatum Ferociter.